it'll be a pretty crowded number of days.
Chinese telecommunications giant ZTE will once again be allowed to do business with American companies.
Despite multiple ethics investigations involving the EPA administrator Scott Pruitt, senior White House officials say the president may not fire him and is standing behind him.
Housing Secretary Ben Carson wants to raise rents for millions of low-income tenants.
There's a new bipartisan move regarding marijuana.
15.5 million Americans worked in contract jobs last year.
The Department of Justice says early next week it will brief top lawmakers on both sides on the Russia investigation to follow up on questions raised during the first briefing.
A possible breakthrough discovery on Mars.
A security checkpoint was shut down at Houston's Hobby Airport. A suspicious device turned out to be a toy grenade in a Boy Scout's bag.
Dex and Steve-O live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We are in Dallas, Texas, and we are gearing up, ready for Harvest America. John just couldn't leave. John is.
He wouldn't
like,
leave.
no.
This is my
That's
fault.
what the truth is.
This is
Actually,
my
it
fault.
is.
I'm like, bro, you didn't even tell
have
the
time.
Foreigner story, man.
Yeah, so John's back.
Not the Jackie Chan movie, but the band from the 80s. So
real quick, we are live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM if you guys want to join us.
Although I heard that's a great film. I don't know.
And you guys can also text in 505-585-LIVE.
That's right.
Our live line is open, so feel free to send us a text if you guys want to chime in or you want to ask questions.
I want to know people's like harvest moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many people from around the world that have been part of a Harvest Crusade or a Harvest America somewhere. So I want to hear those on the live line. 505-585-LIVE. Oh, sorry, my Britney Spears mic has fallen along with my bow.
You look so good with that.
Thank you. I'm just stoked to be here.
Steve was like, I don't want to hold a mic anymore, so if we can make that happen.
Okay.
Fill my Starbucks.
Nobody said that. Nobody ever said that. I got handed this like Backstreet Boys mic, and I was like, oh, do we have to memorize dances too? Cool, man. So yeah, but we're here. John's hanging out with us, and dude, we were talking off air. You've been a part of the crew for 34 years.
Yes, right.
There's 29 years worth of Harvest moments, and you mentioned seriously one of my favorite bands from the 80s, and I was like, I'm sorry, we have to talk about this. So yeah,
Yeah, we had the privilege of getting to know Lou Graham from Foreigner. And Lou is a Christian and had made a profound commitment to Christ.
Yeah.
And so we invited him to come to Philadelphia at first and participate in our crusade there. And he did the song "I Want to Know What Love Is," and we had a big choir behind him, African American choir. Just it was really a moment. So then we brought him out to Southern California because we were doing an event. We did a harvest night at Disneyland, and so
how come we don't get invited to those? I mean, come on, bro. Come on.
I wish
Dallas.
I'd love to do another one. It would be great.
I
But
would
we
love
actually
you
were
to do
able to
another
take
one
the whole
too.
park. Yeah. We were able to take the whole park and we put Lou out at Tom Sawyer's Island.
No
Wow.
way.
And
Which is no longer with us. I
yeah,
mean,
well,
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Star Wars Land.
But he was out there and then kind of singing across the lake and he turned I want to know what love is kind of into a testimony.
Yeah.
And I mean there had to be 20,000 people crowded around there that were watching from every little nook and cranny.
Yeah, man.
And he turns the song into a testimony. I want to know what love is where it begins, but then he ends it with "Now I know what love is."
Wow.
And it's just such a incredible moment, and a lot of people got saved. We actually did our follow up in the Golden Horseshoe Saloon.
No way.
So
That's so
people
cool.
go to the saloon to get a Bible.
Wow. And then everybody
amazing.
took the Bibles and they walked over across New Orleans Square and then they started like praying against the haunted mansion. It was amazing. It was amazing. They were casting out demons.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. That's my favorite ride.
Yeah. But there's been just so many great moments. The other one I think of just real quickly is in Sacramento. We were doing a crusade in Sacramento, not just several weeks after 9/11.
Oh man.
And we had the guys. Delirious was with us, and there's such wonderful, gentlemen. Of course, they're Brits, but they they just really wanted to kind of help America heal.
Yeah.
You know, and so at the end of the crusade there, they we did like a candlelight moment, and I'm trying to remember now the song that I wrote it down here somewhere. What was the song that he did? The song that
He has notes. Like, he's more prepared than we are
I
for
know.
our morning show.
I wrote it down because I don't know his most famous songs. Probably I could sing of your love forever.
Yeah.
I just remember that moment as they're singing that, and because we had passed out candles to everybody in the stadium, and we didn't know that. We were hoping it wasn't illegal. I don't think they'd allow us to do it today, but people started
Broke
lighting
fire
them.
code. It was
But
cool.
by the time that song was done, the whole stadium was lit up with candles.
Wow.
And of course, it was just a powerful moment, recognizing what our country had just gone through. But singing about, I could sing of your love forever.
Wow. Yeah.
And we're going to do something similar to that this weekend.
Cool.
There's going to be a moment where we're going to recognize Dr. Billy Graham and his legacy, and then there's Greg wants, it's been on his heart, to really see another Jesus revolution moment, Jesus movement that we came up out of. That's so desperately what our country needs.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have a prayer and some type of a candlelight moment as well.
Wow.
And to kind of conclude Harvest America with a prayer for the nation.
Man.
Yeah, I think another Harvest musical moment will occur.
Yep.
Okay.
Create
Oh my
those
gosh.
moments. You
Yeah.
know, those memories. That's pretty cool.
It will be live as well. So if you're not following along with us here in the Dallas area, you can, of course, catch it, Star 88 FM. It's going to be all over the world. And again, earlier Brady was talking about the fact that you can just share that Facebook link, and it's going to be there as well. Find Harvest America. Share it. Watch it if you're not going to be in the area. Dude, John.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
always
Jared,
good
it's your
to
turn,
have
buddy.
you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Seriously.
Thank you, John.
It is always good to
God
have
bless,
you.
man.
Blessing you,
So,
you guys.
incredible.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. Now, of course, we're bringing in Jared. He's got to follow up John. I don't know. I mean, dude, how can you? I don't know. It's like he's got like 34 years of hanging with Greg, and it's like I don't even think you have 34 years hanging on Earth. So yeah,
We are live on Facebook and YouTube right now at Star 88 FM, and you can text in. The live line is open, 505-585-LIVE, if you'd like to text into the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios, which is in Dallas, Texas right now.
that's right.
That's where we're at. Jared, what's up?
Not much, man.
Just living the dream, smelling really good. You smell really
Sure.
good. Thank you for showering
Thank
this
you.
morning. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good. We were gonna hang out in close quarters, and he got the memo.
He
That's
got the
good.
memo.
Dex did not get the memo. We're sharing a room,
He
and that
didn't either.
dude. Oh
He-
man,
Same
went to
thing,
the
man.
Rangers game last night. He stuffed his face with tater tots and dilly dogs
He
and
did the
ice
same.
cream.
He
He's
did the
lactose
same.
intolerant.
He
It
ate
was a
half of my
long
ice
night
cream.
in my hotel
He
room.
ate a dilly dog.
Yeah.
Yep. And
So,
yeah.
Thank
so-
you.
Was
Just
it good at least?
yeah. I mean,
was-
the dilly
yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dill
had one.
pickle cored out with the hot dog stuffed in it, and then dipped in batter, and I mean, what do you think? I mean,
That sounds pretty good.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's pretty good. So, welcome, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, being youthful and childlike, tell us a little
Sure.
bit about what you do.
So I am primarily mobilizing the Dallas side of everything. We have
Okay.
a team, 2 people on the Fort Worth side and then 2 people on the Dallas side.
Okay.
I'm one of the 2 people on the Dallas side.
So, are
and
you
doing
are
student
you a
mobilization.
native? Are you a native to the Dallas area?
I am not.
No.
I'm actually from Phoenix, Arizona.
Shut up.
So they picked me up in Phoenix.
Okay.
And then, so now I'm living in Southern California.
Okay.
So with the Harvest America team.
Are you so stoked to get out of that heat? My mom and sister live in Surprise, Arizona, and it's like, man, I can't
Oh.
wait to never visit you.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so all of our
so
family
glad
lives
there's
there.
technology so I can FaceTime you and never have to see
Yes.
you. It's great.
So all of our family lives there, and
Miss you, Mom.
we'll FaceTime them
Yeah,
and everything like
yeah.
that. Be like, oh yeah, it's 85 degrees here, and it's
yeah,
107
like, dude,
there.
your eyebrows are melting. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're
know.
gonna need to fix that.
I know.
So
I know.
it's crazy
Yeah.
hot.
Yep. It is amazing to be in Southern California.
Yeah.
Guys, we're so close to the beach.
Right?
So my wife and I will be sending pictures to our family.
You're
And they
like,
used to
just-
live in California.
Just suffering for Jesus out here in Southern California. It's a balmy 72 degrees.
Yeah, I know.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Just suffer. Suffer for the Lord.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yep, it is amazing.
So you got pulled out to SoCal. So what's your gig? What do you do?
So I'm doing, like I said, speaking with pastors, emailing them, calling them, trying to set up meetings, kind of boots on the ground here in Dallas. And then doing some of the student mobilization as well.
Okay.
So, you know, Mark probably already mentioned it, but we have about 380 churches on board right now.
Yeah, which is
incredible.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun just setting up these meetings and getting to know a lot of these pastors and them encourage me as well as me encourage them. So it's a lot of fun. It really is.
I keep trying to think of questions, and I just want to stare at you. You're like this weird Brad Pitt looking dude.
Oh,
it's
my.
like, dang, no
I've been
wonder.
called a lot
that's
of
why,
things in my life, but that is not one of them.
That's why they hired you in SoCal. They're like, we got to get this Brad Pitt looking dude to like mobilize all the youth churches, and everybody's like, yeah, dude, we'll do it. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Brad Pitt, bro.
Oh, never heard that one before. Never.
I wish I could comment, but my mic went out.
What happened? Oh man, technology. Are you kidding me? Producers, Heidi, we need batteries. Come on, Duracell. Look it up. It's a thing.
Yeah.
So, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really is.
What got you into it? Like, how did you get here?
So I was youth pastoring somewhat at a church in Phoenix.
Okay.
And then was like, hey, I spoke to one of our executive pastors. Hey, if Harvest needs anything when they're doing the crusade there in Phoenix, I was like, I would love to help them out.
Yeah.
And they're like, actually, they're looking for some there. So I was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
So I got in touch with Mark, and it's history from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Was it weird telling your boss, like, oh, wait, what? They're looking for somebody? Can I get a job away from you?
Nah.
Sorta.
Wait, people behind the camera like.
I know. Yeah. Yep, I know.
You don't want to mention, still sore subject. Just stop.
No,
stop.
it's not at all. Not at all.
He bailed.
I wasn't fully on staff yet, so it's okay. It's okay.
It's incredible, man.
Yeah.
So let's take a step back even further. We've heard from so many amazing people this morning. Of course, Brady and John and Mark, but we haven't really talked about your Jesus moment. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't talked about how you personally came to know the Lord.
Yeah. So in high school, I started dating this really beautiful girl,
Okay.
which is now my wife. She was born and raised in a Christian family.
Okay.
They're from Mission Viejo, California, and they moved out to Phoenix. So I started dating her. And
That's how it always starts. It's like the hot church.
She did.
Well done, Lord.
Yeah.
Well done.
He got
He
me.
knew what he was doing.
He did. So I started dating her, not knowing that she was a Christian, and she wasn't really walking with the Lord all that strong. And so I just started going to church with them and her family, just trying to hang out with her, and then looking forward to after church when we'd go out to eat and get a free meal from her parents. Like, that was a plus. And then so I ended up getting to know her family, and they would share the gospel with me. And then actually her little sister, one night I was over at their house, started telling me about like at the end times and how the Bible is like predicting all this stuff in the future and telling me how it's all lining up and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It scared me. And I was like, oh my goodness, if all this stuff is really coming true, like right before my eyes, I was like, I need to get right with it.
Yeah.
So I actually went home that night, like I guess prayed the sinner's prayer, but not really.
Right,
I had
right.
no idea, and just started praying and talking to God, and I got a Bible and actually started studying end times before anything. But then actually started reading the Gospels and, understanding who Jesus is and his love for us. So,
dude, it's such a cool reminder of how we all have these unique stories about how God got a hold of us. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's such an interesting, unique story that is just your story.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And the funny thing is that God used her little sister.
Right.
To share this all with me.
Right.
Like her little, of all people, her little sister.
The little sister that's just like, and behold, a pale horse. I know. And you're like, I got to get right with Jesus, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I know. She's throwing it all at me.
But it's so cool, man, because Scripture talks about this.